What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So I actually think we just got the last cards from Phantom Nightmare. I was gonna say Photon again. So yeah, we got like 20-something cards to review in this video. It's going to be huge. And some of them already covered in my shorts previously, but you know, it's a short, so it's like maximum 1 minute per card. So it's really not that much. And I will be going into some of these cards a little more in-depth in the future. Dedicate some full videos just on them because a lot of really interesting cards. This set is looking not too bad. I don't want to say like a tier 0 set, but some cards are definitely very interesting. A lot of staples as well that we're going to be getting from Phantom Nightmare. Anyways, before this video starts, I think you know the drill already. Friendly reminder to smash the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate you. And now let's get right into the first card, which I also talked about again. The Passage of Stars and Frost. You can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. It's related to the Visa Starfrost lore, but it doesn't mention Visa Starfrost in the card text, so it's not searchable. If a monster or monsters you control was destroyed by your spell effect or any opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard this turn, you can conduct your next battle phase twice. That's all it really does. If a monster or monsters you control is returned to the deck or face down extra deck while this card is in your grave, you can add this card to your hand. So in other words, the goal is to like mill this and then use the planet of the tier elements planet. There's like 5. To destroy one of your own cards, and then since like your own monster was destroyed by your own spell effect, you can recycle. You're gonna be recycling back this, and then you're gonna be able to use this to conduct double battle phase. But it's honestly really bad. So I actually think this card sucks. Alright, so this card is definitely really good. The name in English makes no sense. Like Gremyaud, but like bruv, no. Level 2 Dark Cyber, so you can only special summon by the first effect once per turn, so it's an inherent summon. And the second effect is an activated trigger effect, so that's a hard once per turn. If there's a Link monster on the field or in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card is already insanely good. Like, this is already a very good effect. It makes it a great inclusion in Sprite because this card combos off with literally anything. Going second, it's a free extender, a free body. And going first, I mean, even if you have like literally nothing else, you can go normal summon an Ash and then make an El Mirage and then special summon this. And then you make a sprint and you start playing from there. And it still has a graveyard effect that's extremely relevant. If a Link 2 monsters you control is sent to the graveyard or banished face up, except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your grave. If it was there when the monster was sent or banished, or hand, even if not. You know, every single card with like this kind of grave effect always has this stipulation because it can also trigger from hand. Then target one card your opponent controls, bounce it back to the hand. That's very interesting because it combos off with stuff like IP Masquerade or Unchained Soul of Rage, where you're sending one of your Link 2 monsters on the to the field by a card effect. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter that it's a card effect. And banished face up, again, like it could literally be anything. And yeah, it has to be you control, but it's not too bad. And then you can bounce back any card your opponent controls. Doesn't even have to be face up. You can get rid of floodgates with stuff like with this card. So this card is insanely good. I'm a huge fan of it. But yeah, I'm going to probably come back to it in the near future. This card, I made shorts on it very recently, and it's Iron Thunder Hammer, counter trap card. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is very specifically activated on the field, pay half your life points, just like Solemn Judgment, negate the activation. And if you do destroy that card, then destroy all cards in the spell and trap zone and monster zone in its same column. I don't know why it mentions destroy all cards in the spell and trap zone and monster zones in the same column. I feel like it could just read like destroy all cards in its same column, and that would be enough. Like, why does it have to mention that? But yeah, whatever. This card's really good, of course. I said that it was gonna change the dynamics of the game because now you have to play around columns in a bunch of ways. So Mech Knights, Relinquished Anima, try to avoid columns number 2 and 4. They're very dangerous. And Infinite Impermanence being a very good anti-column. Well, I mean, it's the kind of card that forces you to respect columns as well, even when there's no Mech Knights or Relinquished Anima. Because now when you activate spells and traps going second, if you have a monster on the board, it might get actually negated by Infinite Impermanence, which would be a 2-in-1 deal. And if you are playing a Pendulum deck, column 1 and 5 are dangerous for your skills because Infinite Impermanence can be very dangerous for you as well. So yeah, a lot to keep in consideration now with columns. That mechanic is getting pushed and pushed more with Konami. Every single like 2 years or something at least, we get a card that changes pretty much like everything column-wise. Maybe like once a year even. So yeah, this is very interesting. And it's an Omni Negate that is not once per turn, so yeah, we'll take that. It negates a spell trap or monster effect. That's amazing. Even Solemn Judgment doesn't do that. but this card doesn't negate summons. So that is the one thing that might kind of screw you over just a little bit. And it can destroy your own cards if your opponent does something like he has nothing, and then he activates like a duster on like another column, like in front of one of your cards, and then you negate the duster, but then you have to destroy one of your other cards. It's kind of bait. So this card can backfire, just like it can completely screw up your opponent. It depends, but the fact that it destroys your own cards definitely makes it a very high risk, high reward card. So it's really hard to tell whether this card is going to be cracked or not, because again, it can help you, it can hurt your opponent, it can do the opposite as well. It can hurt you and help your opponent. So yeah, it's definitely dangerous. Anyways, this card is yet again another extremely interesting card. Enigmaster Pagbit, generic level 8 water cyber synchro. The fact that it's level 8 water means that it's very easy to summon in the Ice Barrier deck. That's nice. And it's a Cybers monster, so in like Math Mech, for example, this card is actually a joke to summon because, you know, its diameter is a tuner. Hold on a second. The other one, the Sigma, I believe, yeah, that's also a tuner. I always forget about that because I never use them as tuner monsters, right? I only use them as Xyz materials, but this might actually come in handy now because you can finally summon a Cybers monster synchro that doesn't suck. So again, it's generic. You can only use both effects once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned or sent to the graveyard, doesn't matter from where, so you can play it as a Dogmatic punishment target. You can target one face-up monster upon controls or one monster in your own graveyard. Discard one card, and if you do, place that target face-up in its own or spell and trap zone as a continuous trap. Targeting is the activation requirement. Discarding is a part of the effect. So if this card gets negated, you do not discard, which means that you don't really have to neg too much to like prompt negates and stuff like that. And I definitely like that. Anyways, during either player's turn while this card is treated as a continuous trap, you can special summon one face-up monster card from your spell and trap zone. This makes this card very cool in the Centurion deck. You always have gas, and it's like on your own turn, on your opponent's turn, you get to like special summon like any monster, even. Not necessarily like... This is kind of nuts, honestly. And it also works well with the Snake Eyes. There's the Flambridge Dragon that allows you to like get back a card from the grave and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just a lot of nice synergy with cards that kind of are pushing this mechanic as of very recently. So again, I'm really looking at Snake Eye and Centurion, which just look like they do exactly what this card wants to like work with. But we also had like cards that used to do that before everyone. So like the Vision Heroes, for example, they were always playing, you know, I mean, they were always doing things like that. Like Vision Hero Increase is another one of those continuous trap card monsters that has an effect to like tribute a monster and then special summon it and then special summon a monster from the deck. So that's really nasty. That's how Ferris becomes kind of like a 1.5 card combo. But yeah, this card is extremely interesting, very good, very worth exploring in the near future. So I will keep an eye out on Enigmaster Pagbit. And it could be good in a wide variety of decks. Again, it has 2900 attacks. So if you want to play it with Jagma Punishment in Labyrinth, you can do that. And then break boards like crazy. Alright, so this card right here is Master of Ham. Level 5 Earth Beast Fusion. The most relevant thing about it is the fact that it requires 2 beast monsters, so it's a super poly target. That is relevant. You can only use both effects once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned or flip face up, you can special summon one flip monster from your hand or deck in face down defense. If you play this as a super poly target in a deck like Tier Elements, for example, the fact that you can summon a flip monster from your deck in face down actually will matter, since you can summon stuff like Shuttle Beast or Hell Shuttle Hollow or Shuttle Skomata, stuff like that. So it's not too bad, but if you want to play this in like, let's say, Subterror, you go instant fusion summon this and then special summon Guru from your deck in face down defense. It's not too bad, right? I mean, instant fusion being able to get you a body and then summon a Guru, it's always something that we can accept. And then you can go, I don't know, normal summon an Ash and then make a level 8 Synchro because you still have your normal summon. I'm saying stupid shit, but whatever, you get the point. This card is already very good. It could have had like no effect, and it would still be somewhat respectable because of the summoning condition. But anyways, if this card is in your grave, you can banish 2 flip monsters from your grave and or face a field to special summon this card in face down defense, but banish and release the field. It is a little expensive and very slow, I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. Again, the second effect doesn't matter, the first effect and the fact that it's a level 5 fusion for instant fusion and a super poly target makes it good in my eyes. Alright, so this card right here is Earthbound Fusion Quickly Spell. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If there are no cards in the field zone, you can only activate this card during the main phase. Alright, fair enough. Fusion summoned one Dark Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand and or field as fusion materials. The first thing that comes to my mind is, well, you could actually summon Guardian Chimera on your opponent's turn since this is a quick play. So far so good, this is not too bad. And it's an Earthbound card, so it should be easy to search. During your main phase, if there's a card in the field zone, you can banish this card from your grave. Special summon one Earthbound monster from your hand or grave. Also, you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck. For the rest of the turn, except fusion and synchro monsters. What I like about this is the fact that you can actually use the graveyard effect right away after using the first effect. It's not like during your main phase, except during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. Unless I'm missing something. But yeah, no, yeah, you should be able to. And the first effect is not once per turn. Only the second effect is. So that's actually a very cool card. A little reminiscent of the Chimera Fusion Quick Play spell. A little similar, in a way. I really like that. And it also doesn't negate the effect of the Earthbound monster you revive back from the grave. And having a card in your field zone should not be difficult. I can imagine a world in which, if you're that thirsty to get like a field spell, you could play the Runic Engine in Earthbound Immortal, and you have like 17 terraformings now. So, I mean, every single Runic spell is a way to get a card in the field zone. So it should trigger a lot of your cards, and also you have a body on the field that you could potentially use as synchro material, because the deck synchros and fusions. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot to explore with the Earthbound Immortal cards, and also again, you're discarding a card with a Hugin, and then this card revives back from the grave. Yeah, definitely a lot of fantastic cards to, fantastic options with Earthbound Immortal with this new support. I really like this card, I think it's really cool. And you already believe that if you are willing to smash the like button, I will be making awesome Earthbound combos and deck profile for you guys. Alrighty, next up we've got the new card that got announced today, which is an Aroma Fusion Monster, level 1... Oh, no, sorry, actually, we've got a bunch of new cards. The first one is Aroma Lilith Rosalina. I can't read. Level 1 Dark Plant Tuner, 0 attack, 0 defense. Okay. 1-for-1 target and P-Re Race Map target. You can only use both effects once per turn. Quick effect, you can discard this card. Then target one Aroma monster you control, gain life point equal to half its attack. That's good enough because when you gain life points, you get to trigger a bunch of effects, and that's actually already good in the Aroma deck. So the fact that it's a quick effect makes it very nice. If this card is normal or special, you can special summon one Aroma non-tuner from your deck. Also, you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except land monsters. I could see a world in which this might be splashable in the... Maybe not the Rika deck, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. It looks kind of interesting because the Aroma cards, some of them are actually really nasty. I mean, obviously the Aroma Link 2 is played in the Rika deck, Aroma Seraphie Jasmine, so maybe, but yeah, this is an extremely good card. Obviously, I'm not going to complain about a card that just special summons a monster from the deck and it triggers a bunch of your effects because you gain life points. Gaining life points, you can gain 1 life point in the Aroma deck and it's good because again, you trigger effects to like draw cards, pop cards. I know a little bit of what they do, and yeah, again, like I said, they have some good cards, even though, for the most part, the archetype itself is not good enough to the point where you want to play like a dedicated Aroma deck. Anyways, next up is the Fusion Monster, Aroma Lilith Magnolia, okay? Level 8 Dark Plant Fusion, okay, whatever, Aroma Monster, Plant Monster. If it was like 2 plant monsters, it would have been like ridiculous, absolutely stupid, because then Super Poly target would be looking wild. While your life points are higher than your opponent's, plant monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Okay, yeah, I don't think this is too relevant. Once per turn, you can pay 2,000 life points, banish cards on the field equal to the number of Humid Winds, Dried Winds, and Blessed Winds you control. Not super relevant. It's not a quick effect. Once per turn, if you gain life points, even during the damage step, you can make all plant monsters you can currently control gain an equal amount of attack until the end of this turn. I don't know if I really care too much, so yeah, I think it's dog shit. Anyways, Aroma Lilith Rosemary, Link 3, 2+ plant monsters. Oh, should be easy to summon. All 3 effects are hard runs per turns. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 Aroma card from your deck to your hand. So far, so good. If you gain life points, even during the damage step, you can special summon up to 3 Aroma monsters from your hand to your zones discard points to. If you summon 3 monsters from the hand, you're definitely playing into Nib. You can tribute 1 monster discard points to, then target 1 card on the field, banish it, and if you do, gain 1,000 life points. This card is already objectively way better than this, because this is a fusion monster. It's not a contact fuse monster. You have to use a spell card to summon it using 2 monsters, and then it does nothing. This is a link monster, you just need 2+ plant monsters, not even an Aroma necessarily. It gets your stuff going, it special summon monsters, and it banishes cards on the field. You are absolutely trying to play this card. This is amazing. Anyways, Aroma Blend. Maybe this is the card that fusion summons because we've got a fusion but no way to fusion summon. Anyways, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's once per turn. Discard one card as a cost. Place one Humid Winds, Dried Winds, or Blessed Winds from your hand or deck face up in your spell and trap zone. Alright, so this is good. Okay, you can use like a trap card. Some of them, I think, are actually pretty good. They're all continuous traps, if I recall correctly. Blessed Winds, Dried Winds, and Humid Winds. Aroma. Oh, sheesh. Oh, this is good. Oh my god. Yeah, you get a Searcher now. This is insane. That's a fantastic card so far. You can banish this card from your grave, fusion summon one plant, fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing materials mentioned on it from your hand and or field. It's kind of like a miracle fusion. So this card is very easy to summon since you're not using the materials from your hand. Okay, that's not too bad. If your life points are higher than your opponents, you can also use plant monsters in your grave as material by banishing them. Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, because the first one is not the miracle fusion. Yeah, it was like you know, like you have to ban it. It's worse than Poly actually because you banish the materials from your hand or field, but yeah, this is where it becomes a miracle fusion. Yeah, I read it too fast because this is a live reaction. I didn't actually check these cards before. But yeah, no, this card is already good because of the first effect, and then the second effect is icing on the cake. Now you play one copy of the fusion because it's free real estate, so why not? Next up, the final card is Aroma Healing, normal trap. You can only use one of the two effects per turn, and the hard ones per turn. I hate that, man. It's so annoying. Gain 1,000 life points for each Aroma monster with different name you control. Okay, fair enough. You can manage this card from your grave, then target one Aroma monster in your grave, special summon it, then gain 500 life points. What? That's broken. And it doesn't negate the effect of the monster. Okay, Foolish Goods is looking nice. You can play Foolish Goods to dump this card, Monster Reborn, gain life points, trigger an effect to like do something. So that's incredible, but like the on-field effect is dog shit. Like you just want to discard this card. So if you draw it, it's always going to be your discard for Aroma Blend. And then you place the Humid Winds on your field probably. That card makes you search an Aroma monster pretty much for free. And then even the other ones are not too bad. Like Dried Winds makes you be able to like destroy an opponent's card. And then yeah, Blessed Winds I think is just a card that you get for free with the Sweet Marjoram or something. So yeah, whatever. I mean, these cards are definitely really cool. I might actually look into making Aroma combos in the future. If you guys are interested, of course, because it's been a while since I last checked the cards. I think I played against the deck like once at the locals, like 7 years ago. So it's definitely been a hot minute. But yeah, definitely some cool cards there for sure. Anyways, now we've got a Link Monster, Prisoner Princess of Fruitful Flames. I think a lot of people are going to be extremely happy about the existence of this card. Link 3, Fire Fiend, left, bottom, right, so the arrows are, yeah, not too bad. The materials 2+ effect monsters should be a joke to summon. It's generic. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's once per turn each. You can now special summon monsters except fire monsters. During your main phase, you can special summon one fire monster from your grave. I don't even know where to begin. You can revive back a Link monster, and it doesn't negate the effect of the monster you revive. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this could be good in Salamangrate for sure. This card is looking like a great Salamangrate support card, but my first reflex is to incorporate it to the Infernoid strategy. And the reason why I say that is because this is a Link 3 that allows you to Link climb into the disgusting Link 4 monster. You're reviving back a Decatron from the grave, so that's gonna be your one Infernoid. And to make the Link 4 Infernoid, it's 2+ monsters, including an Infernoid monster. The other one can be anything, and it's a Link 4 fire. So it doesn't matter if you're locked under fire monsters, only while you control this card, by the way. Not like as soon as you summon this card, you're locked for the rest of the turn. So after you summon the Link 4, you're no longer locked by anything. This card is cracked, man. It makes it so that you can have like 2 fire monsters on the board. You can go Hita, revive back your opponent's Ash, and then you climb into this card, revive back Decatron, and then you make the Infernoid Flood, and then you just win. And as if this wasn't enough, we're not done yet. It has a third effect. It doesn't need a third effect. Again, I'm not complaining. This is insane. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field while this card is in your grave, you can target one fire monster you control and one fire monster your opponent controls. And one monster your opponent controls. Destroy them, and if you do special summon this card. Okay. Sometimes when an effect is so ridiculously stupid and unfair and overpowered, I have to like reread it. Maybe this card is worse than I think, but I don't think it is. Again, you can only use the second and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. You can use both in the same turn. It's only 2+ effect monsters. It is in fact a Link 3, not a Link 7. So this card is a joke to summon. This is the best card I've read in God knows how long. I don't even know where to begin. What is this? It's an interruption, an extender, everything you could ask for. Like Rescue Ace could have used this. Infernoid could have used this. Salamangreat could have used this. Yeah, this card has like no limits. Outside of the fact that it locks you under fire monsters while you control it. But like, really? I don't care. It's insane. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely making an updated Infernoid video now. Alright, anyways, now we can move on into the Raid Raptor support. So the first one is Noir Lanius, level 4 Darkwing Beast. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. During the main phase, if this card was normal or special summon this turn, I've seen this before. Another like Raid Raptor monster has the exact same effect. You can target one Raid Raptor monster you control, including itself, okay. Add one Raid Raptor monster with a different level from your deck to your hand. That's pretty dog shit. You can banish this card from your grave, increase or decrease the levels of all Raid Raptor monsters currently controlled by 1 until the end of this turn. Yeah, it's fine. And then the second effect is whatever. I mean, I'm not a big fan, but it could definitely be worse. So, Raid Raptor Bloom Vulture. Level 4 Darkwing Beast. You can only use one effect between the two effects once per turn, and only once that turn. And also, during the turn you activate these effects, you cannot special summon monsters except dark monsters. This reminds me a lot of Fuzzy Lanius. It's like one effect only, and one effect is like special summon it, and then the other effect is search, so maybe it has the same effect. Anyways, if you only control winged beast monsters, you can special summon this card and one Raid Raptor monster from your hand. Would have been nice if it was like, and one Raid Raptor monster from your hand or grave. That way you just have like more freedom, but it's fine. If you control no monsters, you can target 2 level 4 lower Raid Raptor monsters in your grave, including this card, special summon them in defense. Okay, so that's actually a really cool effect, because now you could have like 0 cards in hand, 0 cards in field, and just make an instant comeback with this card. Yeah, that's actually pretty freaking sick. I really like this card. This card is definitely not too bad because of the fact that, again, the link to Raid Raptor monster makes it so that even if you have like a Raid Raptor monster with a different level, you can still link them off and then summon a monster from the deck, and then you just play from there. Very, very big. The evolution of Ultimate Falcon. Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon, rank 13. Holy mac and cheese. Dark Winged Beast exceeds effect monster, 4000 attack, 3500 defense. Materials. 5 level 13 winged beast monsters. Hey, look, I don't know the last time you saw a level 13 winged beast. Do you remember? Just let me know in the comment section, because you're basically summoning this with a rank up magic spell card. By the way, you already know that I'm going to be making a video where I'm going to be hard Xyz summoning this card. That's why I'm saying that. Anyways, if this card is Xyz summoned, you can destroy as many cards your opponent controls as possible. Then, if this card has 3 or more Raid Raptor Xyz monsters with different names as material, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's total original attack. Nice! Okay, I can imagine FTKs now. Let's go. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, this is so funny. This is so stupid. Oh my god. Unaffected by other cards effects. You're still getting Underworld Goddess, so it doesn't matter. Once per turn, you can detach 3 materials from this card. Then target 1 Raid Raptor Xyz monster in your grave. Replace this effect with that monster's original effect until the end phase. Bro, you gotta detach 3 freaking materials from this card. I don't know. This is kind of... no. But it's still fine. Again, it's very easy to summon. Even though it's a rank 13, like it could have been a rank 15 monster, and there's a card that just allows it. Hold on a second. It's a rank up magic force. All right, Raid Raptor Brave Strix, rank 5 Darkwing Beast, 2 level 5 monsters. What the hell is this? You can only use 1 of the 2 effects per turn, only ones that turn. I hate that, man. It's so stupid. You can detach 1 material from this card, set 1 Raid Raptor spell or trap from your deck to directly from your deck. Okay, all right. You know what? That's actually not too bad. If this card has a Winged Beast monster as material, you can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 rank up magic spell from your deck to your hand. See, I would have said this card is cracked if you could actually use both effects in the same turn, but you can't. A Raid Raptor Xyz monster that has this card as a material gains this effect, gains attack equal to its own rank multiplied by 100. So this will become 5300 attack. KW. Rise, rank up magic, or Raid Raptor's force. Bro, there's like 13 rank up magic spell cards in that deck now. This card you can only activate 1 per turn. During either player's main phase or your opponent's battle phase, target 2 or more Raid Raptor Xyz monster you control and or grave, including 1 on the field. Special summon from your extra deck 1 Raid Raptor Xyz monster whose rank equal those monsters' total ranks. And if you do attach those monsters to it as a material, this is treated... That's it? Really? No, I feel like this card sucks ass. You gotta be kidding me. This is so bad. Like... Oh my god, I'm just disappointed. Like, this is really bad. No, just copium. Like, the deck still doesn't have, like, any actual negates. Like, okay, we get it. You get to summon unaffected by card effect monsters, but, like, everybody can out them now. It's not like 2014 anymore. Anyways, Raid Raptor Ruse, continuous spell. You can only use the first and second effect that discards a once per turn. If a Raid Raptor monster special summon from the extra deck to your field, you can add one Raid Raptor spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except itself. So that's pretty good. You can target 3 of your Raid Raptor monsters that are banished in or grave, place them on the bottom of the deck in any order, then draw 1 card, Dagusto Emerald, and a Searcher. Very good card. Alright, cool. And then finally we got a Raid Raptor Barrage. Normal trap you can only use... Bro, I swear every single card is like that. It's only... You can only use one of the 2 effects per turn and only once... No, just stop doing that. Like, these cards really aren't even that good to begin with. It's Raid Raptor, Bernard. Like, the deck is super old, super ass. Like, gotta give it some better support. Anyways, if you control a Raid Raptor monster, target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effect until the end of this turn. Hallelujah, finally a way to negate the Aroma Karma Cannon and, like, evenly matched and stuff like that. Jesus, it's been 10 years. Unless you control a Raid Raptor Xyz monster at activation, you can only target monsters. It's fine. You're always gonna have an Xyz monster. You know what? This is finally something that makes me a little bit happy. You can banish this card from your grave, then target one of your Raid Raptor monsters that is banished from your grave, add it to your hand. It's fine that you can't use both effects in the same turn, because this is an effect that you get to use on your own turn anyways. That's a trap card, so it's flexible. You can play this with Foolish Burial Goods, and it's not too bad. I actually think this card is incredible. It fixes a lot of problems that the deck had, outside of, again, you're still going to be losing to Underworld Goddess, which is pathetic, but it is what it is. But again, this card gets you a negation, finally, the first, like, real Omni-negate, and then you get Recursion. This card gets you Search, Recursion, because it also is the Daigusto Emerald from the Banished, which I really like, and you're drawing a card in the process, so that's fantastic. So 2 really good cards, and then this card is meh, honestly. Like, the other rank of Magic is honestly kind of better. I mean, it doesn't suck, like, for sure. It's still a card that I would play as a 1-of, but, like, not as a 3-of or something. If it was a rank of Magic that also had, like, a graveyard effect that you can banish it to search a Raid Raptor card from your deck to your hand, then I would have been like, okay, yeah, that's correct. But, no. And then we've got the Brave Strix, which is fine, but it's rank 5, and it's only, again, one of the first and second effect that discards the per turn, and only once that turn. And it has 2 search effects. Like, bro, I'm trying to use both. I'm trying to search 2 cards. I'm not trying to search only 1 card. Anyways, the rank 13, just Ultimate Falcon 2.0. Doesn't do much more than that. That's it. If anything, I'd even argue Ultimate Falcon might be a little better because it has like a Zexal-esque effect. So if you're summoning Ultimate Falcon going second, use the effect, and then your opponent can't do anything for the rest of the turn, and then you just win. But to be fair, this card's like, yeah, I mean, if you summon, yeah, to be fair, if you summon this card, you just win the game. Alright, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, going second, this card just breaks boards because it's unaffected by Everything. But like, going first, yeah, you're not summoning this card. You know what, sure, look, I'm not gonna be talking too much shit because almost every card is great. I always said this card's pretty good. This card's good again. This card's not bad. Obviously, this card's not bad. This card pisses me off. It should have been, like, you can use both effects in the same turn. And then, yeah, not bad. And then pretty good and amazing. Very satisfied with the Raid Raptor support. I think it's pretty nice. The Aroma support is insane as well. No, that's the Aroma support. This, I think, is the best card in the set. I actually think it's just ridiculous. There is no way in hell this card does not get abused like crazy. Again, the only drawback is that you can only summon fire monsters while this card is on the field, but like, bruv, it still doesn't change the fact that it's absolutely ridiculous in decks that can use it. Anyways, that's all I had for this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.